The Torah is a very special book. It is the heart of Jewish life and belief. It is the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible. These books are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. We believe God gave the Torah to Moses on Mount Sinai. This happened a long time ago. It was a gift for the entire Jewish people. The Torah tells a story. It is the story of the beginning of the world. It is the story of our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah. It is the story of our journey from slavery to freedom. It is our history, our identity, and our covenant with God. The word Torah means more than just law. It means teaching or guidance. It is a guide for how to live a meaningful life. It teaches us how to be close to God. It shows us how to be good to other people. In every synagogue, you will find a Torah scroll. It is handwritten on parchment by a special scribe. This scroll is treated with great respect. We read from it every week. It connects us to our past. It connects us to each other. It connects us to generations that came before us and those who will come after. The Torah is our inheritance. The relationship between the Jewish people and the Torah is deep. It is like a love story that has lasted for thousands of years. We study its words from a young age. We debate its meanings. We find new wisdom in its ancient text. The Torah is not just a book we read. It is a book we live with. It shapes our holidays, like Passover, which tells the story of Exodus. It shapes our daily prayers. It shapes our ethical choices. It is the foundation upon which our entire tradition is built. It is a source of strength, comfort, and inspiration in good times and in difficult times. When we hold the Torah, we feel a connection to history. We think of all the hands that have held it before us. We think of all the eyes that have read its words. The Torah is a sacred trust. It was given to us to learn from, to protect, and to pass on. It is a letter from God to us. Each generation adds its own understanding to this letter. The Torah is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. This is the promise we find within its pages, a promise that continues to guide our journey. What does it mean to call the Torah true scripture? It does not mean it is only a book of historical facts. It means it contains deep and timeless truths about God, humanity, and the world. The Torah speaks to the human condition. It understands our hopes and our fears. It knows our strengths and our weaknesses. True scripture is a mirror. It shows us who we are. It also shows us who we can become. The stories of Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, or Jacob and Esau are not just old tales. They are powerful lessons about life, choice, and consequence that are still true today. The truth of the Torah is not always simple or on the surface. We have to search for it. We have to study and ask questions. This is why Jewish tradition has a long history of commentary and interpretation. Great rabbis and scholars have spent their lives trying to understand the Torah's deeper meanings. This ongoing conversation is part of what makes the scripture true and alive. It is not a closed book with only one meaning. It is an open invitation to a lifelong dialogue. The truth is found in the struggle to understand. It is found in the questions we ask and the answers we seek together as a community. True scripture guides our actions. It is not just about believing certain things, it is about doing certain things. The Torah gives us mitzvot, or commandments. These are not burdens, they are pathways to holiness. They teach us how to make our everyday lives sacred, how we eat, how we rest, how we do business, how we treat the poor and the stranger. All of these are part of our relationship with God. The truth of the Torah is a practical truth. It is meant to be lived, not just believed. It transforms our character and shapes the way we build our society. Therefore, true scripture is a dynamic force in our lives. It is a source of moral clarity in a confusing world. It challenges us to grow. It asks us to be better today than we were yesterday. The Torah's truth is not static. It unfolds over time as we apply its ancient wisdom to new situations. It is a conversation between the past and the present, between God and us. This living quality is the secret of its power. It is why it has remained the central text for the Jewish people for so many centuries. It continues to speak to us, guide us, and inspire us. The Torah is filled with simple, powerful teachings that can guide our lives. One of the most famous is "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." This is a core principle of Judaism. It means we should treat every person with the same care and respect that we want for ourselves. It is a very simple idea, but it is very hard to do. It asks us to see the divine image in every single person, even people who are different from us. It is a call to empathy, kindness, and compassion. This teaching is not just a nice thought, it is a command that shapes how we should act in the world every day. Another important teaching is about justice. The Torah says, "Justice, justice you shall pursue." The word justice is repeated to show how important it is. It is not enough to wait for justice to happen. We must actively chase after it. This means standing up for what is right. It means protecting the vulnerable, like the orphan, the widow, and the stranger. The Torah reminds us that we were once strangers in the land of Egypt. Because of this, we must always be sensitive to the needs of others who are outsiders. This teaching calls us to build a fair and just society for everyone. A third example is the idea of Shabbat, the Sabbath. The Torah tells us to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. For one day each week, we stop our work, we rest, we spend time with our families and our community, we reconnect with God and with ourselves. Shabbat is a gift. In a busy world that never stops, it teaches us the importance of rest and reflection. It reminds us that we are more than what we produce or what we own. We are human beings who need time for peace, for joy, and for spiritual renewal. Shabbat creates a sacred space in time. These teachings are not just for ancient times, they are answers to the challenges we face today. Loving our neighbor helps us overcome prejudice and division. Pursuing justice inspires us to fix the inequalities in our world. Observing Shabbat helps us find balance and meaning in our hectic lives. The Torah does not give us easy answers to every problem. Instead, it gives us timeless principles. It gives us a moral compass to help us navigate the complexities of life. These simple lessons, when taken to heart, have the power to transform us and our world for the better. In our modern world, it is easy to feel lost. We have more information than ever before, but sometimes less wisdom. We have more connections through technology, but sometimes we feel more alone. This is why studying the Torah is still so important. It provides an anchor in a changing world. It offers a sense of purpose and direction that goes beyond the trends of the moment. The Torah connects us to something larger than ourselves. It connects us to our people, to our history, and to God. It reminds us that our lives have meaning and that our actions matter. Studying the Torah is a way to build a strong identity. It teaches us where we come from. It gives us the stories, the language, and the values that have defined the Jewish people for millennia. When a young person learns Torah, they are receiving a precious inheritance. They are becoming another link in a long, unbroken chain of tradition. This knowledge gives them confidence and pride. It helps them understand their place in the world. In a culture that often encourages conformity, the Torah gives us the tools to live a distinct and meaningful Jewish life. The wisdom of the Torah helps us make better choices. Life is full of difficult decisions. The Torah provides an ethical framework to guide us. It teaches us about honesty, integrity, responsibility, and forgiveness. By wrestling with its texts, we learn how to think critically about moral problems. We learn to consider not just what is good for us, but what is good for our community and for the world. The Torah challenges us to live with intention, to make our lives a blessing to others. It is a lifelong education in how to be a good person. In conclusion, the Torah is not a relic in a museum. It is a living document. It is a wellspring of wisdom that can still nourish us today. Its teachings on love, justice, and rest are more relevant than ever. It calls us to build a world of compassion and peace. To study Torah is to embark on a journey. It is a journey of discovery, a journey of connection, and a journey of growth. The Torah is our story, it is our guide, and it remains, as it has always been, a tree of life and a light for our path forward into the future.